Good afternoon and welcome to Oaklands College in St Albans in Hertfordshire. It's another massive WBBL afternoon. It's the Oaklands Wolves versus the visitors, the Manchester Magic. The Manchester Mystics. The Mystics are in 6th place at the moment in the WBBL. The Wolves are in 9th. It's the top 8 teams who make the playoffs. Yesterday, the Mystics played versus the BA London Lions. They're on an away weekend doubleheader. They went down against the BA London Lions yesterday afternoon with an incredible performance from Kennedy Leonard. 16 assists she put up yesterday, and she's just taken Georgia Jones's single season record of 178 assists in a single season. By my calculation, she's now up to 198, which is an extraordinary performance for her, the British star, recently playing with the GB team. So the Mystics losing, and the last game that the Oaklands Wolves played against Nottingham, 68-47, they went down on the back of a double header on the road, losing to Newcastle by 291-89 a couple of days before, and then having to travel up to Nottingham. That was brutal. And now Manchester Mystics are in the middle of a double header on the road as well. I've got Tor with me again, as we did have for the Sevenoaks Suns game, and Tor, this is going to be another massive game for the Oaklands Wolves. They're just outside the playoffs. May Madness beckons for the top 8 teams. How are they going to get it done against this Manchester Mystics team, who are really strong and have Georgia Jones leading the way for them?
Yeah, I think this is a really exciting matchup for the Oakland Wolves. Another opportunity to test themselves as the roster comes together more. We're seeing Marissa Quick back into the lineup, hopefully playing more minutes today. And that could be a really interesting battle between Marissa Quick, Hannah Shaw and Dominique Allen. Manchester's two of the better bigs in the league, going up against Marissa Quick. Could be really interesting to see that today. And then, as you said, the stalwart for Manchester, Georgia Jones, consistently points, assists. She does it all for them. And it'll be really interesting to see how she gets on today. Taking more of a scoring load this season, less of the assists we've seen, and the three-point percentage really high. Really impressive to see.
Yeah, Georgia, 16.7 points a game. She leads in minutes played, points, 5.6 rebounds, 5.7 assists, which is first for the Manchester Mystics. 87.5% from the free throw line. That's number one. And shooting over 36% from three. And, of course, experienced GB international. And he's going to be so crucial. Her dad, Jeff Jones, who's, again, another stalwart of British basketball, from men's basketball in Manchester through GB teams, under 20s, and now coming across to coach the women, which is great. Rhiann Bailey, as well as Vanessa Accra, Dominique Allen, Sophia Song. They're going to go 7 deep as we can look at the Mystics. Roster, who do you like on that?
I think Georgia Jones is a really exciting player, someone I'm excited to see play. Also, Sophia Song, one of the Americans that maybe has had less noise around the league. You know, we have Kennedy Leonard and some of these other imports get a lot of the noise, but she'll be someone exciting to see. 4 years, UC Davis. I think she won the conference title all 4 years, so a really exciting player, and see how she works with Georgia Jones. Georgia brings that attention, and then hopefully Sophia can finish off those plays.
Yeah, with Sophia playing yesterday, 22 minutes, 11 points, 3 of 7 from 3. And 38% she's averaging from three-point range. And out of all the players for the Mystics who are putting up a lot of threes, she's leading the percentage there. And for the season, averaging 27 minutes and just over 9 points a game. And for Oaklands Wolves, who are you looking to really step up today? Hopefully Marissa Quick and Amari Carter will be coming up big.
Yeah, definitely. And I think seeing Lizzie Harrison back as well, playing some consistent minutes for them, is really valuable. She gives that veteran presence. She's been playing on this franchise since the start, since they came into the WBBL. So somebody who knows the pace of this league, knows the style, and can help those imports adjust to it and kind of run things and give them that rhythm back that they've been maybe missing at times this season a little bit.
Yeah, Harrison, really been impressed with the way she can shoot the ball, whether it's catch and shoot. I think we spoke about it against the Suns, and she can just do so many different things. Laura Milligan's having a really good season, number one in minutes, 5.9 points a game, leading in rebounds at 7.6, second in assists, leading in steals, over 2.1 assists. She's in the top 10 of the whole league for that stat. And we're really going to need some inspirational performances almost to get this done. This is the start of a massive mini-season, as Coach Lee Ryan has put it in the game preview. They've got a triple header next weekend, including Cardiff Met Archers, Durham, and then on the Saturday, and then here against Caledonia on the Sunday, and then your sister's team the following Wednesday. We're really hoping that it's going to be done by the time that the Nottingham game comes around, and that Oaklands Wolves are in that top 8. That has got to be, and it has been a really up and down season, but it's got to be the goal for Coach Lee Ryan and the team. It's
always the goal. You don't want to be, when the playoffs start, you don't want to be at home, sat on the sofa watching it. You want to be part of it, even if it's for that first weekend and, you know, you've got the chance to upset somebody and make some noise, but it's just something you want to be a part of.
Absolutely. And other players that have really impressed Gurapras has been playing a lot of minutes, 25 minutes a game, 95% from the free throw line, averaging nearly 13 points a game. Really enjoy her as we take the knee. No room for racism in sport or anywhere in the modern life and modern community. And as we were just saying, and as we get underway, big players have got to step up today. And Wolves, talking to Coach Lee Ryan before the game, we're going to do just that. They're going to run and they're going to gun and they're just going to let it all go today. Yeah, they've got a really small lineup out here to start, so they've got to take advantage of that and try and get Manchester's bigs running up and down the floor, push it in transition and see if they can get some easy scores and get that rhythm going early. Inside, good play by the smaller lineup, just double teaming, which they've been had some success in earlier games. Amari Carter, a big game for her, the Arizona alumni, and she knocks down that shot nicely too. Yeah, we saw the opportunity there. Oakland's 5-on-4, pushed the ball and made something happen, took that advantage and created a great shot out of it. Yeah, and Coach Lee Ryan noting obviously that Manchester Mystics were in action yesterday. Song lets the shot go, and you spoke about her pre-game. Just catch and shoot, really smart play there. Yeah, great play. She's benefited a lot playing off the play of Georgia Jones. Those opportunities for open threes come along often for her. The press for three just off. Active rebounding, and Laura Milligan, leading rebounder for this team, and just a leading hustle player all round. Upras, Estonian international, to Lizzie Harrison, giving that balance and just such a smooth player, just short on the three. And again, Milligan, she's going to have to go huge today, Laura, I think. She's got to play bigger than her size, normally does, but they're looking at her to guard these bigs and really disrupt them out there. And we're running out of time on the shot clock, 3 seconds on the shot clock, held ball. Dominique Allen disrupting things there for the Manchester Mystics. She had 13 rebounds yesterday, Dominique, 6 points in 28 minutes. So we'll look at her to really dominate under the balls. Yeah, they brought her into the starting 5 recently in place of Hannah Shaw, and it seems to have really benefited them. Hopefully she doesn't dominate too much today. Let's hope so. But, you know, Lee is right. I think he's really looking for a performance. I think he's saying almost to the girls now, to the team, it's over to you. We can prepare. You've just got to do it on the floor now. Yeah, at this point in the season, you've got your sets in place, you've got your defensive schemes, it's out to the players to go and perform. And that's sloppy by Greta. She's been doing so well at really surprising turnover. But Oaklands Wolves on their home floor, the fresher team, they've just got to come together today and play some top-level basketball and get the W. We're here at Oaklands Wolves, home court, the Oaklands College in St Albans, Hertfordshire. Great pass inside and not getting the finish, and the ball comes out to Mari Carter. 2-on-2, she pulls up, just short. Song, got to be guarded closely. Lizzie Harrison knows she's got a big job on her hands there. Inside. So from UC Davis, Song, so many high-class players now playing in England. Good defense again by Milligan, who we really hope makes this layup, and she does. Great play at both ends from Laura. Yeah, fantastic. That's the tempo Oaklands have to play at. Manchester only going 7 deep. We need to see that tempo all game from them. And Dominique Allen gets it the second time, and she is a big, big presence inside. And they're really pushing it, not giving Manchester Mystics any time to rest.
Yeah, I think we're seeing this battle already between Oakland's trying to push the tempo and Manchester trying to establish their bigs, and it's going to be the continued theme throughout this game.
A clash of styles, and 6th place versus 9th, and Oakland's Wolves at the moment the wrong side of the playoff line, and real build-up of fixtures for them coming up, the first of 5 games in just over a week. Harrison knocks down the free throw. Now they're into the half-court Manchester, but great D by Carter, looking for big things from Amari today and for the rest of the season, as Laura Milligan, no problem for her. She is completely in the flow early.
Yeah, running the floor. Georgia's already picked up that early foul, so couldn't really risk the second there and just had to let her go. Oakland's pressure showing already.
Bailey to Song. Nice shimmy shake and foul on Harrison. Replay coming.
Yeah, we see Sophia Song driving baseline, and it's something we've not seen much from her this season. She's more been a spot-up shooter, and it's been down to Georgia Jones to create off the dribble. So if that continues for Manchester, it'll be a really exciting game and might give them a different dynamic going into the playoffs.
It was a smart play from Song. She'd already hit the 3, so the defense steps out a bit, and then just attack that closeout.
Yeah, Oaklands didn't look like they were quite ready on it. It's probably not something they've looked at a lot on the scout report. It's something she doesn't generally do too much of.
Sophia Song, 62.5% from the free throw line so far this season. Knocks that down. And they're tied at 7. Carter back outside to Daisy Porter, who's been playing big minutes, and Dorka Boris just can't get that to go. Hungarian international. But she's had some really good moments, especially against Newcastle. Georgia Jones knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, it's something, Nicolette and Georgia Jones linking up there, something we didn't see in the early part of the season, and those two working in tandem is one of the best backcourts in the WBBL, no doubt about it.
Yeah, nice job. Lauren doing a bit of everything.
Showing her range out. I'm sure we'll all be hearing about that one during the week.
It's Lauren, not just a player, coaching here in the WBBL team and on the leadership program for Basketball England. So doing so much off the court as well as coaching, as well as playing. Great defense by Wolves. They've got to be swarming. They've got to hunt in packs, and they're doing just that. Great pass ahead. Boros. But Beth Sarson's the leading assist player. Can they get a good shot? 10 seconds on the shot clock. Good patience. Now they've got the open look, and just long from Beth Sarsons. And now they go inside and blocked by Vanessa Akra. Good patience though, Tor.
Yeah, it's better basketball from Oaklands than we saw against when they played Seven Oaks. Taking their time, driving to the ring, creating opportunities for each other, and really moving the ball well.
Of course, it was really big fourth quarter for them against Seven Oaks Suns, but it was too late, unfortunately, to get them all the way back. And Lauren showing the post move as well. They just can't get it to go over the left hand. Georgia Jones behind the back, penetrate, kick, and clears out to the weak side. Bailey posts up. Akra. And again, that's another steal. Great plays and multiple steals on defense from the Wolves. And Dorka Boris going downhill. I think the Wolves have got to play downhill as much as they can in this game.
Definitely. All the chances we've seen Oakland's create have come out of that downhill. I think 2 or 3 Manchester fouls now, all in those kind of situations. So something they've got to continue to look to exploit. Hopefully these fouls start, adding up for Manchester, and they start having to make decisions. Are we going to have to put somebody on the bench here for a couple of minutes?
Dorka Boris averaging 24 minutes a game, 8.6 points a game, 71% from the free throw line. But she had a huge game in the loss. Such a close loss against Newcastle. She really was excellent in that game.
Yeah, I think the opportunity with a few more minutes there to go out. And this Oaklands team's very much scoring by committee when it comes to the guards. You know, whoever's got the hot hand that night between Lizzie Harrison, Dorka Boris, Amari, Melita, whoever's available, they kind of go with.
Dorka Boris, she gets the offensive rebound. 21 points against Newcastle Eagles, and it's really getting physical. Harrison, smooth. Short again, she's had 2 shots short. Josie Leovold in. Louise Rouse and Melita won't play today. We haven't touched on that because we just want to focus, I guess, on the players that are there. But Josie, again, another academy player, good size at 6 foot or around that mark, can come in and get some rebounds and get some good hustle plays.
Yeah, and she's not your traditional big. She's more of this stretch 4, stretch 5, so gives Oaklands a different dynamic maybe from playing with a true big underneath the ring.
A modern big, for sure. And Georgia Jones throws it up. Now they're pushing again and just letting the ball go. Harrison looks for her option, passes across. Daisy Porter temporarily fumbles it. Dorka Boros. And now Lizzie's wide open, and she knocks it down. Again, great patience. If the transition's not on, make some passes.
Yeah, I think we all felt that Lizzie Harrison 3 was coming. She's had a couple of opportunities, and she doesn't miss them too often.
Great addition back to the team again. Injury hit season for her, and obviously with the COVID issues, and that's just, she's a problem underneath.
Yeah, and here
Dominique Allen.
Here we see Lizzie again, wide open 3, 2 or 3 of these opportunities, and she's going to make them pay as the game goes on if they give her these chances.
That's, for any kids watching, that's how you shoot the 3 and hold that follow through until the ball's through the hoop.
Yeah, definitely. I see her here sometimes before our junior practices, and she's working on that same thing, looking at the step back, 3 in transitions, and see it pay off when it comes to the games.
And these great shooters make it look easy, but it's not. It's only easy because they're putting in the hours of practice.
Yeah, it's easy for them now when you see it in a game, but they've worked over years and time to get it to this point where it is comfortable and easy for them.
Saul Freeman with me in the commentary position. Great to have you alongside with your thoughts and insight into the game as a young coach and former Worthing Thunder player, and now coaching the under-14s girls here, and we'll talk further about that through the game today. Really interested to see how the youngsters are coming through, and obviously a great pathway and opportunities for them here at Oaklands to play WBBL and WBABL at the college level. And just a little bit first time during the game, saw that maybe a touch too much dribble on that offense.
Yeah, I think the opportunity of Manchester drawing the foul up the other end and slowing the tempo down, it forces Oaklands to have to create the advantage in different ways, and that's what Manchester are going to seek to do this game.
Carter, shot clock running down, and she misses everything. But 24-second violation. Needed that to hit the ring. And you can hear Laura Milligan giving instructions. Let's match up. Let's keep going. Let's get the ball back as quick as we can, and let's run again.
Yeah, someone else who's been with this team since the start, its introduction to the WBBL, so knows the system, knows how Lee Ryan likes to play, and can help run this team.
Fong Yu Ki. And in possession, Georgia Jones. Shot clock running down. Georgia just pulls up and knocks down the 2. Such a smooth player and loads of experience.
Yeah, young players are watching on how to read a screen. There you go. Pulls back and then splits the screen for the runner.
Basketball in the blood of the Jones family. What a pass to Marissa Quick, straight into the action. Good to see.
Yeah, great to see. A bit of double post action, moving it between them.
And that's probably the first offensive rebound from Dominique Allen that the Mystics have got. Time running down. There's a good pass from the big Allen, keeping the ball up. So the big pass into the guard underneath there. A bit of a reverse play there.
Yeah, definitely. And the patience from Nicolette there not to go up like guards sometimes do tend to and then result in the block. But pump fake, draw the big in, easy foul, goes to the line for 2.
Yeah. Jeff Jones just speaking with the table. Huge experience on the bench for the Manchester Mystics. And Lee Ryan, chatting to him, well, pre all these games, a lot of communication with Lee and talking to him before the game. And he's a young coach, but he's been here since the very start of things as well for Oaklands Wolves. Yeah,
he's been here since the inception, prior to the WBBL days, so really has something with this and wants to see the Oaklands Wolves franchise succeed and the success across the junior and senior programs.
Quick's open shot is off for Greta. She not quite got into the flow yet. We hope she will do very shortly, such a big part of this team. A nice move there for Hannah Shaw, GB International.
That's a real battle under there with those two proper bigs going at it, playing proper basketball.
They're not going to step out too much, except maybe for a screen or a handoff. And time running down, and Marissa just a little bit flat on the shot there, but good to see her out on the floor. Coach Lee Ryan saying she's going to play at the end of each quarter, and Carter really getting involved. Now just knock this down, Amari. Yes. And a nice layup for her as we go into the final minute of the quarter. Mystics still leading by one. Just Jones. Catch and shoot. No good. Quick with the box out and the rebound. Laura Milligan. Sarsens. Gritter going to keep shooting, and she's just off. She's getting closer to her.
She's got to keep shooting. With the kind of percentage she shoots, they're going to come eventually. We saw the same thing with Lizzie Harrison earlier in the game. And somebody I trust that it's going to come good.
Yeah. And a shot all the way across. Time running down. Georgia Jones drains the three right at the end of the first quarter. As cool as you like, Tor.
That one stings a little, doesn't it, if you're the Oaklands Wolves? It's just one of those you felt you had the momentum going into it, and it just takes the air out a little bit.
Okay, at the end of the first, Oakland 16, the Mystics 20. And there's the promotion for Oakland's college, and so many courses and sports courses, vocational courses that can be done here, and the basketball academies, hockey academies, various academies here. And of course we're focusing on the basketball today, the WBBL academy players in that Oakland's Wolves team that have, because of the pandemic and no WABL, this is their basketball for the season.
Yeah, definitely. It's their opportunity to play at that senior level as well. And most of the girls playing with this WBBL team would have had the opportunity to do so anyway, maybe increased in the terms of number of practices they're attending with the WBBL team. But Lee Ryan is generally somebody who likes to give opportunities to younger players, the opportunity to prove themselves in this league and see if they're going off to the States or staying here in the UK. Just that opportunity to play basketball at this level, top level within the UK, and challenge yourself against imports, top British players. Dominic Allen's here today, played in the 2012 Olympics. So the calibre of those kind of players.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dominic Allen, along with Hannah Shaw, such good size for the Mystics. And Milligan leading the way for Oakland's Wolves with 6 points. And Georgia Jones leading the way, as she has done all season, averaging 16 points, 7 points a game. She's got 8 with that big 3 at the end. But Oaklands Wolves have got to keep pushing, keep trying to run, and wear Manchester Mystics down, who we remind you played against BA London Lions, which on the road, and have stayed over and are here now before they head back to Manchester, and they will have 2 games remaining after this. Nice little forward back and go again there, Tor.
Yeah, and I think that's an area Manchester are going to look to exploit. Is a lot of Georgia Jones obviously draws a lot of the attention for the Manchester Mystics. Sophia Song off that with the 3, maybe stretching the defence, so it gives the opportunity for other players to probe and not have as much attention on them while they attack.
Look at Marissa Quick there against Hannah Shaw. No inch given there between those 2.
Yeah, real matchup.
Sophia Song. Vanessa Accra. And again, Georgia Jones just lets it fly. And GB, while she hasn't played as much of late, and because they have got they're so stacked, GB, with the guards, as Quick knocks down a 3. But make no mistake about it, Georgia Jones, a top player.
Yeah, definitely. It's pick your poison a little bit with her. We saw her split the screen earlier, hit the 3 off it this time, and she's got the whole repertoire.
But that's great to see Marissa Quick. That is get you off your seat time as Marissa Hicks hits the big 3. And now Hannah Shaw, footwork, and knocks it down, just hardly leaving the floor, but great balance to knock the shot down off the glass.
Yeah, good patience.
Really good game here. And Mystics just starting to go away, and Beth couldn't get that to go. Beth Sarson's wearing number 12 today. This is important minutes here, Tor, because they were doing so well, and you felt the Wolves were in the ascendancy, even though Manchester Mystics were retaining the lead.
Yeah, when Oaklands get the opportunity to run, they look really good. But when at times Manchester get that score or that offensive rebound, it slows Oakland's pace down, and the offense looks much more difficult.
Yeah, they need to get a stop. They need to get a steal of some description, and then they can run. This is better. Great job. Laura Milligan right up there with steals. Number 1 for Oaklands Wolves, number 9 in the whole of the league, with over 2 steals a game, and you can see exactly why. And she leads this team in rebounds. Now she starts the break. Dorka Boris needs to get control of the ball. Beth Sarsons. She's averaging 27 minutes a game, playing a lot. Former Oaklands Wolves, and then came back from Essex Rebels. And just when we needed it, she knocks one down. Yeah,
it keeps them in touch. Definitely feel like the game is starting to get a little bit away from them there, but that pulls them back nicely.
Now, good defence. Amari Carter, can she spearhead that? Song. Vanessa Accra. Allen. Inside. Again, more steals. They get the ball. Sort of left it for each other initially, but Sarsons has it into the corner. Carter lets it fly from 3, and she knocks it down, Tor.
Yeah, great play from the Oaklands Wolves there. You wonder if Manchester's legs are a little heavy today. They look a little bit slower at times, and Oakland's really, any loose ball seems to be theirs today. 50-50 balls all going Oakland's direction.
Yeah, I think this is their moment. I mean, that is great resilience, and they're going to need it for today, because of the level of the opposition, as we've already mentioned, the experience and players coming over from the States, from UC Davis, as you said. And they're going to need it in abundance today, and then next weekend, the next 4 games, it's going to be brutal. But they're showing good signs, and that was 2 massive threes there from Carter and from Sarsons.
Yeah, I think it shows Mari with that killer instinct to kind of let it go in somebody's face, no hesitation. As we see it here.
And there's the Carter 3 top.
Yeah, meter back from the line.
Yeah.
No hesitation almost as well. Kind of heat checked, looked at a defender and said, this one's going straight in. And she's that player who can really change the game for Oaklands. You know, she's a game winner, creates for others, somebody that draws that attention.
Yeah, nice. 12.2 points a game, 3.8 rebounds, 2.1 assists. Arizona College alumni, big-time player.
Yeah, definitely big time. And I think maybe the averages don't quite show her full potential. She's been in and out of the lineup. She's played a few games where she's only played 10 minutes due to injury and things. So I think her potential is much higher. And when she's on the floor, she's given us a far greater output.
And I think whatever happens this season, because they've got the two imports, but Marissa's only just started playing. Amari's been in and out. They've obviously brought Melita in, but now she's out today. I think Lee's got to look at the positives of how resilient the rest of the players have been that have been there week in, week out.
Yeah, definitely. And you hope it can just all come together kind of right time for that little playoff push.
There's Dominique Allen. That's a big player's move, and she's unstoppable when she gets that deep under the basket, unfortunately for the Wolves.
Yeah.
Great pass.
But Josie's showing the counter to that there of the, the match-up inside with the backdoor cut and the on the perimeter, challenging Dominique to come out to it.
Yeah, really smart play. And Josie Leovold, another one of the budding academy players, along with Louise Rouse, who's not here as well. We haven't spoken about Louise, but she's had some really learning the game on the job, Louise, and playing inside, but also, wanting to step out and, play the modern way.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's what we encourage here at Oaklands is that, looking at that modern way, we want everyone to shoot the three ball. We want everyone to be able to attack off the dribble.
Just like that, but the miss. But there's Josie with a rebound and a quick outlet. And here they go. Oaklands can take the lead with a three for the first time. And that's tough. Good defense by the Mystics. And it goes to match the Mystics. But I think that was good defense. I think Lee's having a word with the ref, but I think hands were up and moving backwards.
Yeah, definitely. The defense was a good stand. They forced a tough shot. I think they thought the opportunity was there to score, but closed up and walled up nicely.
Nice job by Fong Lu Ki on the D. Vanessa Akra throws it in, but again, another steal. And she's above her average already, Laura Milligan. One of the premier steal stats players in the WBBL. And Leovold looking inside to Milligan there. Just got to keep pushing Oaklands Wolves here, Tor, and we can talk about stats, we can talk about reputations, but it really is about the here and now, and Oaklands Wolves have a chance to keep this close, and if they can keep pushing, and the Mystics, as you've mentioned, maybe their legs are going to get tired, the Wolves have a good chance today.
Definitely, with this up-tempo style they're playing, and everyone's looking more comfortable playing together, something we necessarily haven't seen from Oaklands this season with people in and out the lineups.
Another offensive rebound from Milligan, the miss by Josie. Another offensive rebound, but tough pass to catch, and Georgia Jones, right place, right time. Fong Lu Ki. Georgia Jones, you can't leave her there. Just leaning. Got that is her very much her individual style, maybe leaning forward slightly too much there. Josie Leovold, talking about right place, right time, just catches that. And we're tied at 29. Good drive. Keeping really low there, Fong Lu Ki.
Yeah, foot speed is really impressive on the offensive and defensive end. Whether it's staying in front of Oakland's, best player, Amari Carter, or driving past, it's really impressive.
Yeah, low centre of gravity. And talking about assists, we've already mentioned the amazing Kennedy Leonard, but 11 assists yesterday for Fong Lu Ki.
Yeah, and I think when you have a shooter like Georgia Jones and Sophia Song, it must be quite nice to throw the ball around and see them shoot like that.
Just off right, and Britta Upras with the rebound, pushes ahead. Josie Leovold up, over, and in. And what calmness shown by the young academy player.
Yeah, that was a really great take, and something we haven't seen necessarily so much from Josie this season. The confidence to go in transition and take it.
Gorka Boros, all energy, all action. Now keep them down there. That would be a great effort. Right in front of Coach Lee Ryan there.
Yeah, and here we see that change in a tempo, going quick and then slowing down, lifting over to the left hand as well, weak hand. So really impressive take and shows the development over the course of this season.
And with two players on it, that's that's not easy. She made it look pretty easy. That's a tough move.
Yeah,
for a young player.
Definitely. I'm sure if she didn't make it, Lee Ryan would have something to say, but if it goes in, it's a good shot.
Josie again. Every time she stepped on the floor, certainly when I've been here, she has not let the team down. And talking about not letting the team down, Greta Rupras finally knocks a 3 down.
Yeah, you can see the difference in Oakland's and Manchester's bench here. Oakland's really up for this, looking forward to it and trying to create a bit of havoc.
And that's short, and rebound by Harrison. Remember, this is the only game this weekend for Oakland's Wolves as Grace Strickland is on the floor. And Grace is a under 16 GB international. I know Grace and her family well, of course, Mark Strickland, her dad, and Alex brother, and she is another player with massive potential.
Yeah, they've gone for a young lineup here with Josie and Grace on the floor, so it'll be interesting to see.
Just off, but Grace wouldn't have been able to turn that shot down. And if you're open a WBBL game, you're open a junior game as well. It's the same thing.
Yeah, and that's her strength, shooting the 3 ball. Lee Ryan would have said to her, you're out there to pull the trigger when the option's available.
And the scout on Grace wouldn't be big, so she will get some open shots as Greta chancing her arm again. Here comes the Mystics running. Bailey, catch, shoot, splash. Rhianne Bailey joining the 3-point party.
Yeah, we're getting into a bit of a 3-point battle here. Really exciting stuff to see.
Greta goes right, attacks, and no way through. And Rhianne Bailey says and I think she's getting close to a tech if she doesn't calm down. But I can sort of see her point of view. She moved her feet, she's grabbed the ball, 50-50.
Yeah, we see it here again. It's a tough angle with all those bodies around her.
She may have come down with her hand on top of the ball. And
benefit of doubt usually goes to the offensive player in those situations. So
yeah, the ref's not going to change his mind. I've never seen that. Well, except in the last 2 minutes, obviously, when they can go to the monitor in certain leagues, but they haven't got the benefit of that here. So, and I was talking to the refs before the game, and it's not easy. They have got a split second to make the call as Greta knocks down the free throw, and that's not surprising as she's 95% from the free throw line.
Yeah, great 3-point shooter, great free throw shooter.
Done it again, Tom.
Hey, what can we say?
But most importantly, Oakland's Wolves have the lead from 9 down to 5 up to now 2 up. And they're starting to really get the defense outside as they've got to against Georgia. Off the dribble, just short. Heart's in your mouth every time she lets the 3 go if you're the opposition coach or team. And Grace Strickland just stepping out. Going to give her the shot inside to Marissa Quick. Nice play, but good defense by Georgia Jones. And Rhianne Bailey again. And Marissa trying to get the grab, but I think that was a foul.
Yeah, Nicolette there, just recognising the opportunity to attack, saw the 2 Oaklands players backpedaling and just turned on the Jets and attacked them. .6% free throw shooter coming into the game, averages 30 minutes a game at nearly 11 points a game, and an incredible 11 assists yesterday, which would have been incredible under normal circumstances if it wasn't for Kennedy Leonard's 16 assists. Amari Carter back on the floor. Both Americans on the floor together. That's a great view for Lee Ryan as she turns round and splashes it, Carter. I think Lee Ryan's been waiting for that a long time this season to see them working together in tandem, and then the fadeaway mid-range too.
Yeah, that's magic. That's magic against the Mystics. Good defense again. That's something that Daisy Porter can give you, but tough to stop the 3-point shot off the glass.
Yeah, they all count, right? We'll take it. Levels it up, 37 apiece.
What a great game again in Hertfordshire. Marissa Quick guarded closely by Hannah Shaw as they bump bodies Daisy Porter, again playing smart, quick, knocks down the three with the split feet and the hustles back.
Yeah, back to what we see the Amari fadeaway 2 and then the Marissa 3, and Oakland's imports coming in good.
Just lifts the place up. Great to see. Georgia Jones, Song, inside. Hannah Shaw, how is she going to go against Marissa? And she has that move and she just goes back to it time and time again.
Yeah, very dependable, takes her time, methodical, and same result.
Another GB player that's been playing with the recent tournaments. Inside, quick, right-hand finish from the left side, and Hannah Shaw couldn't recover back.
Yeah, once again, that 1-2 punch. Amari recognising Hannah hedging out hard on the screen.
And one and done there for Rhiann Bailey. Pushing, Harrison open. That would have brought the roof off. But she gets the rebound and with the running hook scores it.
Hey, the two's just as good, 1 point less, but the excitement's still there.
And then they're back up by 5. What a ball game. Going one way, then the other. WBBL action at its best. Really nice move all the way to the commentary position. I was ready for it, but I would have passed it to you for the 3 though, Tor.
Yeah, I think Sophia Song was hoping to grab that one and put up the 3 and bring Manchester back into it a little.
Good defence again from Oaklands Wolves, just making it tough, cutting off the angles.
Yeah, definitely. They're really playing with some energy today in that department.
Last 10 seconds of the second quarter. Carter to Quick. Boros really running down. Carter's got to let it go for 3. Just short, but she got a good look.
Yeah, good luck there. You maybe want to see Marissa Quick take it herself, and but good shot from Amari Carter to end the quarter, end the half.
Yeah, and they're thinking clearly. I think Carter, by the time she'd faked and got the shot off, there was no time left at all for the Mystics to come back up the other end.
Yeah, definitely. You want to make sure you take that last shot of the half and don't give them the opportunity to score.
That's great. What a superb first half. 44-39. Oaklands Wolves are leading a huge end-of-season run. First of 5 games, incredibly, between now and next and Wednesday week, when they will finish off against the Nottingham Wildcats. But they lead by 5. They were down as many as 9, so they're showing great resilience. And Carter and Quick becoming very big for them down the stretch of this season.
Yeah, compared to last time we saw them out and those kind of offensive woes they were struggling with, not so many points in the first 3 quarters, it looks like they've solved it today. The introduction of Carter and Quick playing together looks a real force to be reckoned with, and then gives the opportunity for Greta to space the floor, and Lizzie Harrison, well, those are 2 really good shooters and opens up a world of possibilities for them.
Yeah, as we see some of the highlights, and there's been plenty, but Carter leading the way with 9. Milligan with 6, and not just the 6 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. She's one of the leading steals players in the league, and she knocks down the long-range shot as well. Harrison doing things, Sarson's with the 3, Upris with 4 points, and Josie Leovold, 6 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. She just comes in the game and just plays without fear, which is fantastic.
Yeah, I think Lee Ryan's got to be really excited with that, seeing a young player come on and give you those 6 points is something maybe you weren't expecting, or you weren't expecting 2 or so, but to introduce them and have an impact like that, drawing the foul, she's got a rebound, a defensive rebound, pushing it in transition. It's just a bit of an X factor for you.
Yeah, definitely becoming an all-court player. Josie Leovold, Marissa Quick actually leading the scores for the Wolves with 10 points in just under 10 minutes play, 1 rebound and 1 assist. That's got to be a huge plus for Coach Lee Ryan, as we've talked about a lot. And Georgia Jones leading the way with 11 points. Fong Lu Ki, 8 points. And Emma Shaw with her turnaround moves inside, which we've enjoyed, 6 points. So we're at the half. It's set up perfectly for a thriller for the next 2 quarters, or will regulation be enough? But at the half, Oaklands Wolves are where they want to be. They lead by 5. We'll be back in a few minutes. Welcome back to Oaklands College in St Albans, Hertfordshire for this WBBL matchup between the Oaklands Wolves and the Manchester Mystics. And at the moment, Oaklands Wolves have a 5-point lead. It's been really back and forth. It's been a fantastic spectacle. Manchester Mystics have been leading by as many as 9. And then Oaklands Wolves, with some up-tempo transition basketball, have come back and now lead by 5. Tor, Freeman with me. Tor, I think we're both impressed with the way Oaklands Wolves are going about this. Yeah,
I think they're really taking this style of pushing the ball and making it their own, committing to this philosophy and ideas, and the impact of Marissa Quick can't be understated in this game. 10 points, the threes, the inside game, just stretching the floor, just gives them such a different dynamic to something that we've seen from Oaklands this season. It's really exciting.
Yeah, she's been on restricted minutes, 10 points in under 10 minutes of play. She has got 2 personal fouls as well as Lizzie Harrison. That's the only players that are in any sort of foul trouble. Only 5 fouls committed in the whole half by Oaklands Wolves. And they really played some tough D with 8 steals. Really putting the pressure on the Manchester Mystics offense and disrupting them and getting some loose balls.
Yeah, and it's often been when Manchester have been trying to force the ball inside, that Oakland's game plan of kind of doubling up and getting their hands in those passing lanes has really played well, and they've got 3 or 4 steals off that. So it'll be interesting to see if Manchester adjust what they're doing and if Oakland's counteract that as well, maybe.
Absolutely, Greg. Georgia Jones, 11 points, leads the way with 6 rebounds, 1 assist. She just had her single season assist record of 178. Well, it's been toppled by Kennedy Leonard, who's now nearly up to 200 assists this season after having 9 against Leicester Riders and 16 against the Mystics yesterday, which is as many assists as a lot of teams would get as a whole, Tor, which puts that in perspective.
Definitely an exciting player, and with all those options around her with Cassie Breen and Paige Robinson, and must be great fun playing with that team.
It is, but the way we're watching this one, it's great fun watching the Oaklands Wolves versus the Mystics as well. And when Oaklands Wolves just play and run, play for fun and run for fun and just see what they get off it, they can really cause some damage, and maybe they're going to be the dark horse in the playoffs as Upras in transition nails the 3, and the Estonian international starting to do her thing, Tor.
Yeah, ended that first half with those 3s, and now we start the second half with one. Really exciting to see, and let's see what comes later on in this half.
Good defence by Sarsens, not letting Georgia Jones out of her sight. Wonderful one-handed pass, has to come back out. Bailey for 3, and in and out, Upras with the rebound. Quick outlet, Lizzie Harrison. Carter, inside, outside, spins. Back outside, Upras again. Just short, but Laura Milligan, leading rebounder for Oaklands Wolves, get another offensive rebound. And Oaklands Wolves get possession and get another chance, and it can't be overstated how important, as you say, Marissa Quick is to the team, but the amount of rebounds that Laura Milligan gets and gives the extra opportunities.
Yeah, she's just everywhere, flying across the floor, working hard. Any loose ball, you put your money on, Laura Milligan's going to come up with it.
Carter, and now Amari Carter's just in the flow and playing with real confidence.
Yeah, exciting to see. Really tough player, tough shot, and knocks it down.
Just one less headache for Coach Lee Ryan to worry about if Carter is playing well, and she's doing it on the defensive end, which is crucial for Oakland's Wolves' success. I think we both agree on that one, that they've got to play tough D. Inside. And again, more pressure put on the interior defense of the Mystics. Milligan back out to Lizzie Harrison. Quick hands by Jones, but she can't quite get it. Beth Sarsens goes one way, then the other, and can't get that quite high enough.
Yeah, I think the play was for Amari Carter there, but didn't quite happen, a bit congested on that side of the floor.
Jones, deep 3 is nothing but net. The splash by Sophia Song. What a what a shooter she is.
Yeah, she let that go and started to get back on defense straight away. She knew what the result was going to be.
Another assist for Georgia. Lizzie Harrison. Milligan goes left and almost gets it to go.
Yeah, a really tough take there from Lauren, driving on her left-hand side as well. Maybe question whether Dominic needs to foul there. Possibly already forcing a tough shot, but...
Yeah, the release. A couple of Dorcas shots as well in the first half where low hand releases it. That's a tough enough shot as it is.
Yeah, I think as a coach you'd be happy if you force the offence into that shot selection most of the time, and maybe bailed her out a little bit there with the foul.
Laura Milligan just playing great basketball, taking a lot of responsibility on for this team in defence and then knocking down those free throws. Now she's out on Georgia Jones. Good ball movement from the Mystics. Almost stolen, but just a foul, but that's why she gets so many steals a game.
Yeah, you can see the frustration on her there. She knew they had him on the shot clock running down and thought she might get the opportunity to trap Georgia up near the sideline.
Jones, 14 seconds and counting down. Inside 10 seconds, Georgia running hook shot. Sort of play her dad Jeff would have taught her, I'm sure. She would have seen him play for Manchester in the D1 and BBL, and that's a real old school move there.
Yeah, she was weaving her way through, took her time, and all the foul.
And Georgia Jones really an example of longevity, resilience, and hard work, and just a hugely skillful player.
Definitely. I think when you say Manchester basketball, especially women's basketball, Georgia Jones is the person that comes to everyone's mind, no doubt about it.
Yeah. Great to see her up close today. And it's good to see Carter just playing, I think, now. We're not thinking about it too much.
Yeah, she's getting that rhythm back. She's found it. She started today, one of the first starts in a while, and looked really comfortable attacking this Manchester defence.
Amari Carter up to 11 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and very efficient as well. It's good to see. Good defence as well by Carter, and almost stolen by Harrison. And the block by Greta Uppras, right on the shot clock, exclamation mark.
Yeah, Manchester look like they're running out of ideas, and credit to the Oaklands defence here, really swarming every opportunity they get, pushing Manchester back out towards that three-point line.
That was big as well, but again, Milligan, they're just mentally fresher, you can see it, and they're getting to a lot of the loose balls, Milligan, and that's a foul by Bailey, definitely this time.
Yeah, definite foul.
But Wolves just, apart from being at home, and Wolves have been on the wrong end of these brutal, the brutal schedule that the pandemic has a lot to do with the congestion of fixtures. But they had the Newcastle game where they just lost on the Sunday, came back, had to go up to Nottingham, and they were struggling in that game, and you could tell that they were just running on fumes, and just maybe a few days rest, only playing the one game this weekend and seeing the benefits.
Yeah, and I think the reintroduction of the imports gives the rest of the team that uplift, knowing that they're not going to have to carry as much of the load, play a few less minutes, and there's someone else who can kind of bail them out at times with Amari Carter's shot-making ability.
I think that's massive, Tor, isn't it? You can run all the sets you want, but in the end, like this, just off right, good rebound by Daisy Porter, another academy player, dual sport player, elite player at netball as well, doing a job. Harrison, tough move. Inside, outside dribble, and now what a great pass. And this time the Mystics playing downhill.
Yeah, we need to see more of that from Nicolette and Georgia. It really gives them the opportunities for the bigs to get easy looks at the ring.
Greta for 3, no hesitation, just short. But look at Laura Milligan. There's no lost calls with her, which is a great attitude to have.
Definitely, and I think the story of this game has to be kind of what Oaklands have done on defence to disrupt these Manchester bigs. And we all thought, you know, they were going to get opportunities to score, but it hasn't been the case at all today.
And Oaklands Wolves now, as we have a timeout here, they're leading by 8, and it's really some exciting basketball by both teams, but certainly by Oaklands Wolves, who are just taking the lead here, and they're really pushing. Carter up to 13 points in 20 minutes, and you can just see the way she's stepping into a shot now against Nottingham. I just felt that her shots were flat. There just wasn't the belief that they were going to go in. But today, nice high release, and it's just looking really easy. Yeah, a lot easier.
They're feeding off each other, aren't they? They see their teammate make a shot, and they think gives them the confidence to go up themselves. And really, you know, Josie Leovold had some great shots earlier, feeding into Lauren Milligan, who had that opening long too. And I'm sure that uplifted the team straight away to see her making shots like that. And I feel like this is a really crucial period of the game here. If Oaklands can continue building this lead, well, Manchester's not going to be in it maybe too much longer. But at the same time, if they let Manchester hang around, it's not a team. Something you want to do with a team like this. A lot of older heads on it who have been around the league, know what it takes. And Georgia Jones and Sophia Song heat up. It could be turn that round.
I don't think we don't want it going down to the wire, because they've got so many options. But as we've said, the way Wolves are playing, they've got a lot of good options as well. There's a little bit of confusion with what's happening here. But Lauren Milligan, just going back to her, so 9 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals in 20 minutes of play. She leads the team at 28 minutes a game, and when she's playing at this level, you want her out there for that sort of time as well, or maybe even more today.
Yeah, definitely. I spoke to her after practice on Friday, and you know, she's saying she might have to guard the Manchester bigs, and she was up for it. It doesn't faze her. Nothing really does on that kind of scenario. She's whatever the team needs to do, whether it's guarding at one of the smaller, quicker guards or battling against one of these trees down low, she's going to do it.
Yeah, and she stepped out and tried to deal with Georgia Jones as well, which is one of the toughest covers in the WBBL. Inside now to Dominic Allen. Good pass all the way across. Song has to fake. Another ball knocked loose. Offensive rebound. They get another look. And another 14 seconds. That's crucial. Now they get the open 3, and it's just off. And Daisy Porter, another rebound, and just brings the ball down the floor confidently. And Boros steps into the elbow jump shot.
Yeah, great shot there from Dorka. Really good shot. Nice rhythm about it, and looked really comfortable.
All made by Daisy Porter's rebound and push. Rhiann Bailey. I've got to stop sounding surprised with Leovold and Porter that they're doing as well as they are, because they're just playing the game.
Yeah, definitely. They look really comfortable out there, and I think that's the senior players at Oaklands, you know, embracing them and giving them the opportunity and confidence in them.
That's a great pass by Josie, and that's unreal finish with the left hand for the Wolves. What a pass up by the Mystics, and they just can't get it to go. But that was the explosiveness there of Nicolette Fonluki.
Yeah, you feel the Manchester offense is taking a better turn here. They seem to be generating better offensive looks. Maybe not finishing them, but the idea's there.
And fouled by Rhiann Bailey, and she's getting into some foul trouble. Georgia Jones had the look, and before that, Amari Carter with a heat check with the 3-point shot.
Yeah, and we see again, Georgia Jones, something you probably bet on her to finish more times than not, and they've had a couple of good looks here. It'll be interesting to see how Oakland's, you know, absorb it or change their game plan to stop Manchester, who seem to be up in their tempo as well.
Yeah, Song and Jones missing the 2 layups, but in now. Marissa Quick in for the last 3 minutes, which is what Coach Ryan wanted. Just get her into the end of quarters and gradually build her minutes up. She's been averaging 10 minutes a game in her 2 games that she's played because of injury. And what a move. Step, well, you can describe that move too.
Yeah, that's a really tough look, right? With the little pump fake, step through and lay it up amongst the trees down there, definitely. See it again here. Yeah, just the patience, as I've said a few times today, of these point guards that have been around, played in different countries, different standards. They really just take their time, and a sign of a great leader on the floor.
Yeah, and we had the pleasure of seeing the Suns play here last week, and it was Kat Carr and Clark were outstanding as well. Daisy Porter, and just in and out. That would have been well deserved for her if she'd knocked that down, the way she's been playing in other areas of the game.
Definitely, she had the confidence to step in, take the shot. She didn't look nervous at all, so hopefully we see some of those go down for her.
Josie comes out, and Greta's in. So plenty of rotation for the Wolves, but with more players to choose from, that's a natural progression. Boros short, but look who's there again. Miss rebound. Shots up, Greta knocks it down because Milligan gave them the extra offense.
Yeah,
wonderful.
You can't understate the value of those offensive rebounds or steals or loose balls. They give so much to the team, those extra possessions.
10-point lead for the Wolves. Can they sustain it, or are the Mystics going to come back again? Georgia Jones wide open. That's almost automatic.
Yeah, tough look there. Really good drive from Nicolette, and surveying the floor, spotting Georgia wide open at the top, and great pass, great shot.
Well, she's averaging just over 36% from behind the arc, Georgia Jones, but she takes a lot of threes, so that's a lot of points.
Yeah, it's impressive to keep that kind of percentage up with the volume that she gets up day in, day out.
Talker Boros. That's the defense collapses, extra pass, quick, just off. Good scrambling defense this time by the Mystics.
Yeah, you felt the tempo of this game's really stepped up, and the intensity from both teams here.
I think this is winning time now. You're putting yourself in a position to be successful, and Oaklands Wolves doing all the right things to do that. As Milligan gets her hands on another loose ball. She's heading for a double-double, Laura Milligan, and she thoroughly deserves it.
Yeah,
when she gets there, I'm sure she will.
Definitely, the work rate is just tremendous.
Mystics baseline. Georgia Jones attacks, pulls up, and drains it. She plays the game at her own pace and has her own style.
Yeah, Boris has got in the back of her mind there. She's just hit 1-3. So do I close out? Do I close out short, long? It's a tough cover.
Elite pass. That is a wonderful wraparound pass by Milligan. She's showing us everything today.
Yeah, it's going to be. We're going to be hearing about it all week if it continues at this rate, definitely, and so we should.
Good job by Quick with her hands up, but the three is now open, and Boros gets the rebound, decides to dribble it and picks it up. Greta Rutpuss into the last minute. It's breathtaking women's basketball here. Boros looks at the three, attacks, hands it to Milligan, and now Marissa's not being given a Hannah Shaw having to come all the way out now because Marissa Quick's made a couple of threes.
Yeah, it's a big advantage of having somebody who can stretch the floor. It gives that space inside for other players to attack.
Rutpuss guarded by Vanessa Akra, the former Tuskegee University player. Inside Milligan, and it's a foul called. Not sure Georgia Jones agrees with that one. Not a lot of maybe hands on the back. Lee Ryan, very vocal on the sideline, Lee. Very emotional and passionate coach.
Yeah, he is definitely wants to see this Oaklands program succeed. Involved at all levels, coaching under 14s, 16s, 18s, academies.
He's in doing stuff at the academy, yeah. Yeah, his heart's in it, and I think that's a big plus for the program and the players that are coming in, that are here for a number of years, or ones coming in for the first time. Daisy Porter playing against Vanessa Akra. Georgia Jones steps out. Milligan there. She's trying to stop Georgia Jones getting the shot off, and she throws it over her head, and that goes in.
And you feel like Manchester are looking here maybe to isolate against some of the Oaklands juniors or some of these that haven't got this quite experience. And, shows the experience of this Manchester side, recognising, okay, this is the mismatch opportunity, how can create these advantages.
Yeah, and then forcing the help, I guess, get Marissa Quick or whoever to come and help, and then try and just drop off.
Yeah, definitely that easy dump pass, and Georgia Jones passes the ball so well, same with Nicolette.
There's been a cat and mouse there between Boris and Georgia Jones, and that's a travel. Great job again. They're almost speeding the Mystics up there.
Yeah, and playing with 4 defenders, it looks like, for that 5 seconds. So, great job there.
Oh, it's well spotted, Todd. Eyes everywhere. You've got to have them here as Daisy Porter having to hop off. And she's put some good minutes in again, really solid. Let's hope she's okay. Get some ice on it if required. Uprus, 8-point lead. Oaklands Wolves in control at the moment, but anything can happen. Quick inside. Hannah Shaw not far away as she's been, and Milligan possibly with her first mistake of the afternoon.
Yeah, definitely. Unfortunate there for Milligan.
But they get it straight back. And that ends the third quarter. And Oaklands Wolves in a good position, 64-56, they're leading. And the start of a huge mini season, as Coach Lee Ryan wants to call it. First of 5 games, 3 games in 3 days next weekend. Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and we'll be bringing you possibly the Friday game, certainly the Sunday game. It's going to be so much excitement trying to get into May Madness, as the WBBL are calling it. And this is just, this is the regular season, and it almost feels at times today this has got playoff intensity as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think for Oaklands this has big implications. If they can, maybe again they weren't expected to win or weren't banking on to win to make the playoffs, and if they can pick up a game like this, it really gives them a good chance of pushing into that playoff position and hopefully making some noise when it comes to the playoff, not just being there for the event of the playoffs, but can cause some hassle for some other teams.
Absolutely, and if they can go on a winning run here and take that momentum into the playoffs, who knows what issues they could cause. At the moment they're in 9th with these games in hand, 4 and 11. Cardiff Met Archers are in 8th, 5 and 12. Newcastle Eagles 6 and 11. Who've had 2 amazing games against that overtime loss here, and then just the agonising loss up there. It's still not given. If they get a few wins in these last 5 games, more than just the one maybe, they could end up 7th. 6th will be a push, but certainly could possibly get to 7th.
Yeah, and I think, depending on how things go over this couple of weekends with Sevenoaks Suns and Leicester games, and who finishes in the top 2, kind of, I think you want to avoid Sevenoaks Suns in this league. You just feel like every time they do enough, and it's the team I'd personally want to avoid. So hopefully they can get that 7th spot and maybe avoid them.
But if they avoid Sevenoaks Suns, then they're playing Leicester Riders, who are second at the moment, who are just having a great season with the addition of Adania Stewart, who's made the recent Team of the Week. London Lions in 3rd, Rebels in 4th, who Oaklands have beaten them already this season. So there's much to look forward to, but they could really do with getting the W here this afternoon. We're underway in the 4th. Carter back in with Quick. Let's see. Now Marissa's starting the quarter, and the call is that it came off. Well, Marissa's saying it wasn't off her.
Yeah, I think Lee Ryan's idea is here to start Marissa and hopefully extend this lead and put Manchester out of the game in the first couple of minutes here.
Yeah, I think that's a good call, because they want to try and extend the lead, as you say, make things more comfortable. Let's play a 3 or 4 minutes without overextending it. Jones, shot clock coming down to 5 seconds. Now it's going back out to Georgia. She's open and she doesn't drain the 3. Milligan looking around, brings it up. Having a fantastic game today, as we spoke about pre-game that so many players were going to have to step up. Sarsens, can she? Just misses the layup, and it was open.
Yeah, the defense really parted there for her.
And catch and shoot is long, and Marissa Quick showing her worth with a great box out. Milligan. Sarsens attacks baseline. Going to have to go back out, and there's a foul. She almost fell out of bounds, so maybe a little bit fortunate there.
Yeah, maybe didn't need the reaching from Manchester. I think they've done most of the hard work already, and, you know, just let the trap happen, stand tall, and could have fallen out of bounds probably.
Quick to Sarsens. Inside to Marissa, great matchup. Look at this. And off the glass, both her and Hannah. Just great touch inside.
Yeah, I think they're taking it in turns to put 2 points up here. Let's see if Manchester go back inside to Hannah now.
And the screen by Shaw, and Jones just off with the shot. 10-point lead for the Wolves. Can they extend it beyond 10? Or are the Mystics going to come with another surge? And Georgia Jones with an uncharacteristic turnover, but partly to do with the scrambling defence of the Wolves.
Yeah, I think Oaklands have been really impressive on defence, showing they're getting out, switching or pressing, putting the pressure on, making the ball handler make a decision, and not giving easy options to that inside big.
And I think, too, we've touched on it. They've got to play to their strengths, and their strength is you've got Lauren Milligan, you've got Harrison, you've got Amari Carter, who's now, her fitness levels are clearly going up, so she can play both ends of the floor now. And then you've got Marissa Quick who can help. So in the half court, so they can play whether you want to play with us transition basketball or half court. We've got answers.
Yeah, definitely. It gives it really different dynamic and different look and what's working today. And you know, they've got so many different guards as well, options available. It's whoever's got the hot hand you keep on the floor. But they could have some really exciting lineups to end games here with Upras as a three-point threat, Harrison, three-point threat, Amari, three-point threat. You know, keeping Quick on and maybe going with Milligan or possibly some of the others.
Yeah, Lee's definitely got tactical options now, as opposed to just trying to get the team through the game with as few injuries as possible. And so maybe his mindset's changing now as well.
Yeah, I think he built this roster with that kind of in mind, that he'd have more options. And you see a lot of BBL teams maybe create smaller rosters and go for the higher caliber, possibly, players. And maybe this expanded roster, the benefit of having the academy at Oaklands is going to pay off for them in the long run.
Yeah, and just looking at points in the paint, 28-18, Oaklands Wolves are leading that. And 22 points from the bench as well for the Wolves. That's a great effort. Sarson's one of those players off the bench, just off, but it was the right shot, I think, Tor.
Yeah, definitely. Good open look. She's made a mark here as Oaklands as a shooter, so definitely the shot to take.
Great job by Boros. She's really come to the fore as well today. And they get the ball, and there goes Milligan, but she's going to lose out to Georgia. And it's back and forth in each other's faces. It's great to watch. Yeah,
really intense basketball. She said it's that playoff feel about it, and these teams know how important this is going to be for their playoff seedings.
Of course, Manchester Mystics they're in 6th, and 8-9 record. Sarsens behind the back. And Boros is going to pull up for 2, and she's just off. But Lauren Milligan, no one boxing her out. She's just everywhere. Sarsens, left hand, turns and throws it up, but Milligan gets a hand to it. That was a tough move in the end for Beth.
Yeah, really tough look there, unfortunately.
Fang Lu Ki, exciting talent. Song, good job by Carter, jumping up. And now Allen with a big time move. On the move, inside, and unstoppable yet again.
Yeah, Sophia Song took her time there, you know, didn't force the shot, got it inside to Allen, who takes that lovely little spin, turns, seals the defender, finishes it for 2. You feel like if Manchester are going to win this game, they've got to look to that low post, they've got to work out how to get the looks down there, and this pick and roll with Georgia Jones and Dominique Allen is something we want to see more of at times as well.
Yeah, and Dominique makes the 3-point play, and it's back to a 5-point lead, and it's right on the edge this game. A game that Oaklands Wolves would love to win, as we all would, as Carter lets the 3 go just short. And Carter gets there and knocks it loose. Wolves have got to stay engaged here, haven't they? They've worked so hard to come back from a 9-point deficit to build their own 10-point lead, and now you feel Manchester on the verge of a surge themselves.
Yeah, you feel like they've got a little bit of a head of steam here. They've got more of it. The offense is flowing. Maybe it's the impact of Marissa Quick not in the game.
I think she's going to need to come back in, but let's see how the next couple of minutes pan out. Allen, catch and shoot. No good. Great box out by Boros. Doesn't matter if you don't get the ball, just box somebody out. All hands to the pump. Great pass. And the defence recovers and jump ball.
Yeah, it's swarming defence from Manchester. As soon as Boros brought that ball down, they knew that was their opportunity to clamp onto it and prevent it from going up for 2.
And possession goes with the Mystics. But a good looking side to create the chance. So Harrison, Leovold, Carter, Boros and Beth Sarson's on the floor for the Wolves. In blue. And the Mystics in their road uniforms in white. Good perimeter defence. Now trying to get it inside to Dominic Allen. It's going to have to be Georgia Jones who throws it up and gets her own rebound, puts it up, and this time there's a foul. Yeah,
you felt it was a matter of time there till Georgia drew the foul. If not on the first one, the second one, it was going to happen.
Georgia Jones, 18 points, 9 rebounds. She's 1 rebound away from a double-double and just the 2 assists.
I'd like to see Manchester maybe assert Sophia Song a bit more. We saw a lot from earlier in the game, maybe gone a little bit quieter now, and get her back in the flow, and it gives them a few different options with Georgia, Nicolette and her playing. They're a really tough team to stop then.
And Jones, 100% from the line, perfect today, 3 of 3. And it's a 5-point lead. The Wolves have really got to dig deep here. They're going to be asked a lot of questions. Have they got the credentials to answer those questions? And the double comes and the ball's loose. But Sarson gets it. Boros. There's time. Boros gets fouled and the 2 goes. And she comes up with big shots just when the Wolves needed it. Excellent play.
Yeah, you feel that was a real momentum swing. You thought Manchester had possession, and if they score, that's potentially a 5-point swing with the Boros and one here if she converts the 3-throw. We see again, tough look. No doubt it's a foul.
Well, Vanessa Atka coming out, closing her down, and with the foul, that is huge. After the Mystics defense nearly stole it from Carter on the drive. So they get the 3-point play. Every point is crucial. Regular season action, but with big playoff implications, especially for Oaklands Wolves. Sarson's on Jones, and she's gone past 1. She can't make the score. Ball's loose. Great job by Sarson's, keeping it alive. Josie Leopold needs some help, and she gets it. But calm play and great pass. Harrison can't get it to go. But what a rebound from Leopold. She has sprinted from getting the defensive rebound. She has sprinted and just gone straight under the hoop to get that loose ball and get the possession back.
Yeah, this game has really stepped up in intensity. I feel like my head's going back and forth all the time here on the sideline, but it's just end-to-end action. And, Manchester a little bit upset here. Maybe a few calls haven't gone the way they wanted. Not everything is going to happen at times. You're going to have runs of calls that go against you, and I don't think there's too many basketball players out there who feel like they've ever had the favour of the calls. It's always, why didn't I get that one? Not, hey, I got a few extra today.
No, it's timeout. I think we could all do with taking a breath. And 20 points, just going through some of the leaders. 20 points for Georgia Jones, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 turnovers for her. But she handles the ball. She's got the ball so much for Manchester that there are going to be some turnovers.
Yeah, definitely. When I think that much of the offense is put onto your shoulders to create assist-wise, create looks for yourself, she's doing so much. She brings the ball up. She hasn't sat down. I don't think she sat down today, maybe, and consistently.
No, we can check. She's played 33 minutes. So I don't think she had sat, and she probably knew that especially if Wolves were going to play at this level, she wasn't going to get much rest.
Yeah, I think they should be hoping they could have maybe put the lead on a bit earlier, so she'd have the opportunity after playing big minutes yesterday and then again today. And maybe is that going to be a factor in these last 5 minutes here? How are Manchester feeling? Have they got the legs to go long in this one and bring this back? Because they need a run here.
Yeah, absolutely. And as for Oaklands, Marissa Quick's not in the game. Maybe she'll be coming in with 3 minutes remaining, depending on how the lead's doing. She's played 15 minutes, just over, and she's been averaging 10 minutes, so that's big progress for the Wolves as the playoffs beckon, and that's an unforced turnover as Leovold steps on the line.
Yeah, and Oakland's coming out with some full court, a little bit more pressure here. First time we've seen this today.
Georgia Jones picks the dribble up to Dominique Allen. She comes back with a dribble inside, outside. Swarming defence, but that leaves Accra alone. But she can't get the shot to go, and Wolves just doing enough on the rebound.
Yeah, definitely. It was a good look. Unfortunate maybe for it not to go down, but great job for Oaklands, crashing the glass. Manchester doing the same, and everyone's, in there for everything now. The intensity, as we've said a couple of times, is really ramping up, and the players realise how much every possession means.
It really is crunch time here at Oaklands College in St Albans. Harrison, three-point threat, just short. Another good-looking shot. She made one big one. Has she got some more three-point shots left in her today? We do hope so. Oaklands Wolves fans do. A Milligan with the foul. But both teams were on 2. Oakland's now on 3, so one more to go for them. 2 more. And of course the fouls to give become really crucial as well down the stretch.
Yeah, maybe a bit of a cheap ball. Maybe one of the few things Milligan's done wrong today.
And look at that from Jones. Just so many ways to score the ball.
Yeah, defending them must be a nightmare. And you're worried about other players as well with that passing ability. It's not just you've got to defend her on the ball, it's what looks she's going to create for somebody else.
And now the defence stepping up for the Mystics. Wolves are having to do it off the dribble. Open shot coming for 2, and it's good for Laura Milligan, who makes up for that, maybe that unneeded foul. 4 on 5 as Accra slow to come down, and Boros with the foul, and it's a replay
we
coming.
See it again for Laura Milligan for the mid-range too. And something she's really worked on this season. Often when I come into the gym at Oaklands, Lauren's been looking to add that to her game, something she's not really known for normally or had in previous seasons. So if she can add that, makes her a really big threat for the Oaklands Wolves.
Agreed, as Dominic Allen in and out, so close. She had a good look there. As we tick down to just 3 minutes remaining in the huge matchup. A big finale of the regular season for Oaklands Wolves, with games to catch up on as Harrison pulls up from the free throw line, and she's agonisingly close.
Yeah, a few going in and out here, and whoever gets the first couple to fall might decide who wins this game.
8-point lead. Jones attacks, kicks, extra pass, and Song knocks down the 3 as easy as that with the extra pass.
Yeah, that was a big time shot, and someone I said we wanted to see earlier in the game. We wanted to see her get more involved, and when she's shooting and scoring for Manchester, they tend to win games, and if she's quiet, they tend to struggle.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's exactly happened there, but Jeff Jones not happy with referees. Georgia Jones talking to him, to the ref as well. 2 Hertfordshire refs here, David Griffin alongside. And I was talking to the refs before the game about the game yesterday at Hemel, and incredible overtime game, and they are, we spoke earlier, it's so difficult. You want to make, they want to make all the right calls, but they appreciate, they will look at a game, they look at the film tape, they have to go into it, like the coaches do and the players, they have to look at their game tapes and break down what they're doing, and they want to make the right calls, but they have a split second to make it.
Yeah, it's a really tough job, and sometimes at junior basketball, when you hear parents shouting on the sideline at certain venues, you think, are they going to sign up for a course and maybe give it a go themselves? And we don't have too many refs here in the UK. I know Basketball England are looking at initiatives to try and draw more into the game. So if we're overly critical, we don't want to, they're key element of these games.
Absolutely.
We need them here.
No, you're totally right, Tor. And, we want coaches to develop. We want players to develop, but we want the refs to feel comfortable and to enjoy their experience as well, and hopefully get the vast majority of their calls correct.
Yeah, and I think if players are allowed to make mistakes, I think referees are occasionally going to make mistakes as well, right?
And that's exactly what I said to the guys before the game. And I called the Manchester Mystics the Magic right at the start of the game, so I'd already made my first mistake.
Happens to the best of us.
Thank you very much. Okay, so 2:43, and Uprus knocks down the three. Big time shot from Greta Uprus.
Great look from the Wolves out of the timeout there. I imagine Lee Ryan drew a play up to generate a shot of that quality.
And Jones, just a thorn in the side the whole game. She doesn't give you a second to relax.
Yeah, and now they're going to the free throw line for two. I think that was what Manchester was speaking to the refs about, and then these hands on Georgia Jones when she's driving, and we see.
23 points now, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, and she just pouring it in. 18 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds yesterday. Such a consistent performer.
Yeah, game in, game out, you know what you're going to get from Georgia Jones. Shoots the three at such a high rate, free throws the same, creates opportunities for all her teammates as well.
Uprus waiting and looking for the best option. They're moving off the ball, which is good. Looking for options, and Sarson's offensive foul. Just maybe. They'd really passed it well, and then Beth tried to force the issue with the dribble. Good defense by the Manchester Mystics.
Yeah, you felt like Sarson maybe wasn't left with much of an option there at that point, that everyone else kind of stagnated a bit. She had to force something, as we say, to try and create and get it going.
And the voice of Tor Freeman here, and what a great game is unfolding here. Been high level the whole game, and another shot going up. Bailey just short, and Harrison hands on from Dominique Allen right in front of coach Lee Ryan, who's jumping up and down again. Harrison, Carter comes all the way out, back to Harrison. She attacks the closeout, left hand, and intentional foul called by David Griffin, and Dominic Allen can't believe that call. What did you see, Tor?
Yeah, maybe it's that, you've got to make a play on the ball, and maybe that's what we've got to question. She was well beaten. She was possibly nowhere near the ball at that point, so she's just trying to stop the play.
Yeah. It's got to be a legitimate basketball action.
Normally we see it in the full court fast break scenario, but there was no one else behind the ball, so, she was just trying to stop it and have the 2 free throws instead of the shot.
Harrison knocks down the free throw, and as you said, they're going to be crucial down the stretch here, because the Mystics may be down, but they can come back in a hurry.
Yeah, I think with the amount of shooters they have, and if they play this tempo that we've been seeing in the second half, they're still not out of it here. Really big possession here for the Oaklands Wolves.
They've led by 10. That's been their biggest lead from either team. But we're under 90 seconds. Carter, what magic can she weave here? Time running down. She's going to need to make her move. She does. Left hand off the glass. No good. Great defense by the Mystics. Jones. What a steal by Lauren Milligan. Again, not giving up on any play.
Yeah, that could be the play that decides this game here.
Carter. Harrison. They just don't panic. And the foul. And Dominic Allen.
Yeah.
Committing the foul, as she had to there, just to stop the play.
And trying to get them into the bonus now rather than later. If Manchester only had 1 foul, then they've got 3 to give when it comes to that crunch time, so maybe a good time to get it over and done with now.
Yeah, next foul, they will be in the penalty, and it's time out. And Oaklands Wolves on the verge of a huge victory. Lee Ryan, pre-game, it is mind games he's playing with his players, I guess, saying, well, it'd be really nice to get this game. And we've struggled certainly against Nottingham. You've had the days off. Now get out there and go and show this league and this country exactly what you're all about.
Yeah, this would be probably their biggest win of the season, outside maybe that Essex win they had a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. Their last win, in fact.
Yeah, their last win. So possibly, you know, showing other teams what they're capable of. They've had a few losses to teams lower down the table that I'm sure, you know, might keep Lee awake at night at the end of this season. But, you know, you've got to knock a few teams off if you want to make this playoff run. You've got to beat teams like this if you're going to be a factor come the postseason.
And they're in the box seat now. 76-68 they lead. How do you think they should approach the
they've got to take their time.
The final minute or so.
Definitely take their time, but, you know, don't just, as we say, swallow the ball and don't do anything with it. You still want to create a good offence. If the good luck's there, well, take the shot, you know. But let's not have it in the first 5 seconds of the offence unless it's an open layup.
Yeah.
You know, let's use 18, 20 seconds of the shot clock, and then we can take that contested look if we have to.
Okay. Mari Carter putting the ball in right in front of our commentary position. They're almost there, Oaklands Wolves. And if they can keep this group healthy, as you say, they could be causing some issues going into the playoff run. And Harrison calmly knocks down the free throws. 10 points for her today. 2 rebounds, 1 assist, but in 20 minutes of play, she misses that. And they're staying up, just slowing the ball down. Georgia Jones in possession as always. Deep three, and the foul by Greta Upruss. Great up fake there by Song.
Yeah, you probably wanted Song to go up with that and hopefully draw the foul for the three, and because they're going to need a few threes to get back into this. I don't think 2s are going to be enough here.
No, but they certainly have the artillery with Jones and Fong Lu Ki. And Song misses the free throw. 62.5% from the free throw line coming into the game. Misses them both, and that is unexpected.
Yeah.
You go through a game, you make all these amazing shots from behind the arc, but I guess it's that free throw line moment when you're standing there, you've got to knock them down.
Yeah, and it's unusual to see such a good three-point shooter with a lower three-point percentage. Usually you see these great three-point shooters with a really high free throw percentage as well, and it's kind of where you learn the trade before you move out to that three-point line is you master it at the free throw line and then start extending backwards.
Yeah, getting the shooting form right, and so pleased to see Lauren Milligan knocking her free throws down, as well as everything else she's done today.
Definitely, and I think she confessed that free throws maybe aren't her strongest bit of her game, but seeing her make them, what great news for Oaklands Wolves.
Quite a flat shot, but both of them made. Georgia Jones pulls up and knocks down the quick three. This is not over, as we know in basketball and some of the games recently. With seconds to go at the NBL game yesterday, Storm versus Cavaliers, Storm down by 6 with only 7 seconds left, and they were able to tie the game and send it into overtime. So do not take your eyes off this. Oaklands Wolves are going to have to play right to the very last second.
Yeah, you need your players, Lizzie Harrison, who's been around this team, to take control here and calm the Oakland Wolves down.
And not to foul unnecessarily. They really need to play good D without fouling. Pull-up three is short, and rebound. They must rebound. And that's Rhiannon Bailey. I thought was going to get that, but it just went out of her reaches. And 8-point lead, 26 seconds remaining. It's all in Oakland's Wolves' hands here.
Definitely. With some good clock management, this shouldn't be an issue for the Oakland Wolves, hopefully.
And a foul by Rhiannon Bailey. And that's had to make that foul. And it will go up the other end now for Upruss. And if Manchester Mystics lose this game, it's going to be a tough weekend for them. And a long drive on the bus home, and a very talented team. But potentially are going to be going 0-2 this weekend.
Yeah, and they'll have been pushing for that 5th place spot. 8, 7 and 6, they're going to have to play the 3 of, London, Seven Oaks, and Leicester, and those are the teams you want to avoid in the playoffs, so that 5th spot is really valuable.
Yeah, we've got Nottingham and Essex Rebels just ahead of Manchester Mystics at the moment. It's very close as Georgia just can't get it to go. Time running down, rebound again by Milligan. They pass it out. Harrison gets it into the front court, and that will be that. Depending on if Oaklands Wolves want to carry on for points difference, and a huge smile on Lizzie Harrison's face just says it all for Oaklands Wolves and how much this means for Oaklands Wolves and Hertfordshire women's basketball as a whole. What a great result for the Oaklands Wolves, who win this by 10.
Yeah, really good result for Oaklands today, and shows what they're capable of when they come out and play together. And as we said, this is this mini-season, the start of it, kicking it off in the right direction, and something they need to build upon. You know, they've got to win some of these next games to make that playoff push and maybe push up the rankings even a little bit and be ready to challenge those teams as we spoke about, the likes of Sevenoaks and Leicester and London. Who are they going to play in the playoffs, and be ready to really bring it to a team like that?
Yeah, and I think this result just shows that when everybody's fit, and, well, to be fair, not everybody was fit today because Melita went down. So, again, you know, it is all part of sport, an elite sport. You're going to get injuries. Louise Rouse not in today. Josie Learvold comes in. Marissa's able to play a few more minutes, and they get the job done.
Yeah, I think when we saw that midway through the second quarter with Amari Carter and Marissa Quick on, it looked like a very different Oaklands team, and that kind of period set them apart, and it kind of stayed it there throughout the game. So Lee Ryan will be looking how many minutes can he get those two on the floor together and really challenging those best teams. So let's see.
There it goes. This is a nice, good shot by Ralston there on the stream. Marissa Quick, just part of her training to get back into shape. She's now carrying, was going to carry Daisy Porter off. But I hope Daisy's going to be okay. She played well today. And Laura Milligan, let's talk about her. Long-time servant of Oakland's, WBBL, working with the college, went off to the States and came back, and 13 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 or 5 from 2, and just all over the floor, plus 3 steals. But it wasn't just the steals, it was the every loose ball, every deflection that she was able to get to set up the good defensive efforts. Yeah,
and if they can get that kind of output offensively from her consistently, we know we're going to get the defensive, we know we're going to get rebounds from Lauren, we know we're going to get those loose balls, but if she can bring that offensive output, it makes this a really exciting team to be part of here at Oaklands.
Yeah, agreed. And Carter 13, Milligan at 13, Harrison 11, Uprus was 16, 4 of 9 from the 3. Such an exciting player, Greta Uprus.
Yeah, really exciting. And earlier in the season, she had to be relied upon to create the offense, but when there's other people creating and she can spot up for 3, that's where she's most comfortable.
Yeah, and leading the way offensively. Marissa Quick, I really enjoyed the time that I spent with her in the commentary position when she was still recovering from injury, but she wants to be out there and we all want her out there. 14 points in 15 minutes, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, outstanding effort.
Yeah, really good. And if she can play these bigger minutes, you know, we're not looking at to probably play 40 minutes a game. Lee Ryan's not thinking that. Maybe she can get up to 20, 25 minutes. Well, perfect. They've got some other bigs. They can bring in Louise Rouse when she's back, and they can split the minutes at the position.
Exactly, and that's really exciting to see that. And come the playoffs, if they play Leicester, she'll be up against Azania Stewart or the bigs for BA more guard orientated, and Sevenoaks Suns, obviously having the size of Morinkawa, and the other. You're better with all the names of all the players.
Yeah, Sevenoaks Suns with Lavinia De Silva inside.
I mean, wow. I mean, there'll be some really big-time matchups there. Looking further down the line, providing, I think this is huge for Oaklands Wolves, but they've got to get it done the next 4 games, 3 games in a weekend next weekend. And just for a note, shout out for Manchester Mystics, back of a really difficult weekend. 27 points for Georgia Jones, 10 rebounds, 2 assists. She's able to affect the game in every statistical category.
Yeah, I don't think they could ask much more from her from today's performance. It was a really good performance, and she just needed a bit more help from her teammates at time. She generates good looks, she gives them the opportunities, and she just needs someone to help her out.
Yeah, and Fonglu Quick, 11 points, and Dominique Allen, 11 points. Hannah Shaw, 6, having that big matchup inside. Well, it's been a wonderful afternoon. Claude, thanks for all your input. Great to have you alongside. We'll be back again next weekend. definitely Sunday, maybe Friday as well, to bring you more exciting basketball. Oaklands Wolves are on the march. They win this by 10, 81-71. Goodbye.